this is Sandy Quast with TheRealParents.com. I'm here with Carla Hugo, who is a screen-free parenting expert, and she does training in her home and conference calls. So we're going to add on right now to part 2 and continue with part 2 of screen-free parenting, so stay tuned. Now let's talk about techniques, because when we discuss this book, he has some great points here, but like we discussed, maybe you need to add some techniques, which you don't learn about in the book, which is more of like practical parenting, how your approach. So what are some good techniques that you suggest in your coaching?
Okay, so well, the main technique that I add to the screen-free, my Peaceful Parenting program, is emotional freedom techniques, also known as EFT for short, which was founded by Gary Craig back in the 1990s. And what emotional freedom techniques is a form of energy healing based upon the principles of acupuncture that entails using your own fingertips to tap on key meridian points on your own body. So it's not like going for a massage where you have to make the time. In the moment, you can simply tap. And there's some, it's very simple to learn. I do give workshops on it. I do private sessions by telephone. You can be anywhere and learn emotional freedom techniques. And you can learn it for free on the internet. I personally, when I learned it, I did sign up and take courses and became certified in it for the reasons that I learned to use it. So it's a calming technique. It's also a healing technique. I learned emotional freedom techniques because of my daughter struggling with an illness for many, many years. And in incorporating the emotional freedom techniques in conjunction with addressing nutrition, we eliminated 6 medications from her life.
Wow.
Like that.
Huh.
So, I mean, and she never went back on. It was just truly...
When you say like that, like a week, couple weeks?
We stopped, her condition was chronic mucus production, not allergy, not asthma, nothing, but she was on all the ones you heard of, Nasonex, Singular.
So like postnasal drip?
Yeah, and she would cough until she threw up. And it was when she laid down in bed, and we would spend, we spent many years holding her up at night. And the second time she had to go on straight prednisone because she hadn't slept for 2 nights. I said, there must be something else.
Wow.
And I Googled healing nighttime cough, and it came up with EFT practitioner heals 6-year-old son with nighttime cough. Now, I had known what it was from my coach.
Right.
And I had printed out the book years before, but I could not believe that this thing popped up for me, that I knew what it was.
Right.
And I immediately went to my 80-page printout to check it out, and decided I needed to take a course, because I'd rather learn it from someone than to read a book.
Right.
And yeah, so we stopped, that's it. After she was done with the course of prednisone, I did not put her back on. It was Openex, Nasonex, Singular, Tusifed, Tri-Test, none of that. And we started tapping, and we also eliminated dairy products from our diet for 1 full calendar year, and we did that as a family. So we did those 2 things in conjunction.
Wow.
So we've since reintroduced dairy. We've never drank cow's milk anyway, but reintroduced dairy organic only since then, and she's been 100%.
Wow, amazing.
So you had amazing results with your daughter's health, but getting back to the screen-free parenting.
I
appreciate it because it's a valuable technique. We've used it as well for a number of different things, so we appreciate you bringing that up. But
we have a video online. It's actually in the personal development tab also.
Yeah, right on the website. But in regards to how it can benefit you with screen-free parenting.
So, to achieve that place of calm, you mentioned earlier, Mike, that you might sense a burp. There's some movement that goes on in your energetic body system, whether you yawn, you burp, something is going on. There's a connection to our physical body and our emotional body. So by doing the tapping technique, in the moment and breathing, okay, I'll just do all the points here just to model it, I guess, so that we do.
And do you do both sides at once?
I do both sides at once.
Oh, interesting. I haven't seen that way.
Yeah, so the way I learned, it's like going through a car wash, which you only get one side done. No, you want to do both.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
I do 2 sides sometimes.
See it?
I like it at the end.
Yeah, it's like a big party.
Exactly.
So it's a calming technique. So my kids might see me tapping, and I pick my favorite point. My collarbone is my favorite point, so I might be tapping, and they're like, okay, mommy's trying to get calm, they can see it helps in that regard too. But it's like another really, really valuable tool about in this book is let the consequences do the screaming, okay? So rather than in the moment when your child, didn't tie his shoes and the bus is about to pull up and you're like, if you don't tie your shoes this time, or blah, 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 whatever you're going to say, if you can, in advance, as a couple, talk about, let's talk about some logical consequences and plan them. If Johnny doesn't tie his shoes and the bus comes, then, we'll drive him to school, but he'll have to see the principal when he gets there because he'll be late, and let him stand up for the consequence. But you talk about it when you're not in the moment.
Right.
And then you sit and you talk to your child when you're not in the moment. That, it was really uncomfortable this morning when you didn't tie your shoes and we missed the bus. So this is what's going to happen next time.
Right.
And then you can deliver the consequence with calm. And that is such a weight off. So you're not throwing it out in the moment. You're never going to watch TV again or whatever. You just, and you can come up with, 5 different calming scenarios and come up with consequences. It's very powerful.
Well, I listened to your teleconference that you had done for the parents in, I guess, New York City the other day, and the interesting point you had on there was about your daughter leaving all the lights on in the house. Well, I had that scenario this morning, and I listened to one of your techniques about charging them a little extra money every time. So I told the kids after school today, because they were leaving the lights on, they just drop their clothes and keep walking. So every time I pick something up, instead of me paying you allowance to clean your room, if you don't clean, I'm going to charge you when I have to make your bed.
Right.
And when you leave things around, I'm going to have 3 little glasses with they can see their quarters in there. And at the end of the week, if we go to the store to buy something, a treat, you're not going to have money in there.
Right.
It's your choice, but it's visual. So I took that from your. I'm going to try that today.
Excellent. And the thing is, now remember, when you do, all you have to do, you don't have to say you left your sweater on the floor and I picked it up and now you owe me a quarter, because then you're not being screen free.
Right.
Then you're still over explaining. So you know what? You're up to 75 cents today.
Right.
And if they want to know
let
why,
the consequences do the screen.
yes.
Exactly.
If they want to know why, then you can calmly tell them, well, it was the light switch, it was the clothes.
Right. Right. Okay.
Well, those are, some great techniques. Obviously, I'm sure there's a tremendous wealth of knowledge in the book and in the system
I
itself.
recommend the book.
Yeah, no, it's again, it's screen-free parenting, raising your kids by keeping your cool.
Yes. Everybody wants to be a cool mom or a cool dad, as you were talking about. So this is a way to truly be cool.
Okay, so if people want to get more information about your coaching, you do life coaching as well. We're going to do another video on that. But if you're, EFT or your take and or get a teleconference perhaps on screen-free parenting, how can they get in contact with you?
You can email me, Carla@getcoached.com, CARLA @getcoached.com. And my telephone number, I'm fine with that, is 908-766-HUGO, 4846. So I can be reached by email or phone. My website is getcoached.com. And I have starting in March, I'm having a parenting group coaching call that's starting. 2 calls per month, 6-month program where you can join in.
Okay, excellent. Well, thank you so much.
Okay, it's a pleasure, Sandy.
Thanks, Carla.
Okay.
Yeah. This is Mike and Sandy Quast with TheRealParents.com. We appreciate you tuning into this segment, and we look forward to seeing you again real soon. Have a great day.